There we are. I still haven't got traps up on the wall, if you guys haven't noticed. Just haven't had the time. We'll get there, though. No, it took a minute to go live. That's all right. About that time I start doing more lives out in the shop. It's getting closer. Cable guy, how we doing, buddy? We got like 2 more days of heat, and then we're good to go. Hunter, what's up? Hey, Jim. Good evening. Hope everything's going well for you, bud. Anthony Rubio, what's up, man? Haven't seen you in here for a while. Hope everything's going well for you, buddy. The dog. James, dying the last of your traps. I'm jealous because I am probably still a month and a half out. Okay, but God, we're doing all right. I'm busy. I'm currently installing laminate floor in our living room, which is frustrating, to say the least. So, Jeff Hale, how we doing, sir? Uh, those of you saw me on Facebook, I got to meet Jeff at the Nationals. Quite the pleasure to meet and hang out with Jeff. So, 50 Trapper, what's up? Yeah, Jim, we got another couple days of it. Anthony, yeah, focus on fishing. I don't blame you. Blakely's, it's good to meet you at the NTA. I don't think I've done a live since the NTA. I brought the camera and everything for the NTA. Wanted to film, maybe do a live with Next Gen, and just never got a chance to. Hey, PA, how we doing, buddy? Hunting and stuff. What's up, man? Just so you know, Jeff, I sent our picture to hunting and stuff because he had to see who you were. So, Michael, what's up? Hunter, I pull 98% of them. James, welcome in. Hopefully your lunch break's not, you know, almost over. You got a little bit of time. Matt Burson, how we doing? Yeah, Anthony, I get it. Jacob, what's up, man? Jeff's doing good. Jeff bought a lot of stuff at Nationals. He came back with a little bit of everything. Squirrely, bearded, man, everybody's in here tonight. How we doing? Oh yeah, Anthony. Blakely's, you okay? So I was gonna because I think you messaged me, asked if there's room, and last I knew they're full inside, is what I was told. So I'm glad you reached out to our president and figured that out. Eric, how we doing? First class went well. They had 21 people today. So Hunter, I use a oh Justin Steens with A&J skidding machines. He makes a polar specifically designed for him, and that works awesome. James has the weekend off. Good deal. Ruger, what's up, my man? Oh, but uh, no problem. Like that, because I when she asked, I'm like, I know her, but I could not quite place it. And yeah, absolutely glad to help. Gavin, how we doing? Bearded. One thing I love about you Southern guys, it's Mister First Name. I love that. Mr. Jeff, Mr. Bruce, Mr. Justin. It just blows me away. I love it. It's great. Uh, Such a pleasure to hang out with you and your wife. Finally get to meet Haley. That was awesome, man. I'm so glad you guys came up. So much fun. The worst thing about convention is watching somebody leave. And as soon as you guys left, me and Next Gen are like, man, that sucks. Won't see them for a while. Free Canadian. I appreciate it. Yeah, it's gonna be a good one. I got a few surprises up my sleeve, I think, this year that might be pretty awesome. There you go, Matt. Painted the traps today. It's gonna be here before we know it, guys. It sneaks up on us. I was looking today, the sun was setting at like 8, and that used to be 9 o'clock or after. So NCMO, what's up, buddy? I ran into you at Nationals too, I remember. Doing good, Anthony. She's right now we're in bear making pause because I have to get the floor in the living room finished for her to make more bears. So Yeah, Jim, I seen that. That thing is pretty fancy. I'd work great, I think. A couple things I'd be worried about on it. But yeah, that's pretty cool. Oh, okay, Blakely's good deal. Good deal. Yeah, well, we'll see you there on the Bloomfield event, which comes up. I think it's like October 17th and 18th or something like that. It's a weekend. Uh, be a great time. Unfortunately, I will not be there for that one, but I'll definitely see you at the Iowa convention. Heck, my wife has a booth for bears, so we'll definitely be there. Bearded, yeah, I get it, man. I'm so glad you guys came up. Yeah, it's sneaking right up on us, Blakely's. It's sneaking up. Thanks, Anthony. Hunter, actually, I don't know if Next Gen's posted it yet, but he's designing a fur drying rack. So this is my opinion, and I learned this from a lot of the top trappers in Iowa. When it comes to drying the fur, you're better off to do that on carcass. When it comes to brushing out, you can kind of do that once they're skinned, like burrs and stuff. But as far as drying the furs, on carcass is the best. Just because there's nothing getting wrinkled up, it's fully, the skin is taut. Right, Blakely's. I believe so, James. I believe so. I feel bad because I made a couple of those guys stand up to shake their hands, but a couple associations I did join while I was there was the Idaho, as well as the Arizona. Jim Ball and Rusty Kramer, I feel, in my opinion, are kind of leading the charge as far as states, really putting themselves out there and promoting. And I see it all the time, all over what they're doing, and I love that. So, Jr. Yeah, it's a pleasure to meet you. Pleasure to meet you. There's a lot of people on here that I met that it was just cool putting faces, to the names. Um, I think one of the most frustrating things for me, not frustrating in a bad way, but I have people that come up to me and they'll shake my hand. And they're like, "It's good to see you," and it's like, I might not know who you are. And then they say their name on here, and it's like, oh, well, yeah, I see your name pop up in conversation or comments, but a lot of these people I've never seen their face. You guys see mine all the time, but I've never seen theirs. So I had a couple guys like that this week, and they're like, it's Mike, Mike, and then they said the last time, oh yeah, yeah, you comment on all my Facebook posts. We've talked many times, but you know, Beard is dipping all his traps. Awesome. Jeff, are you going to the Iowa convention? Blakely, you're doing a lot of conventions this year, man. That's awesome. That's awesome, buddy. Right, Hunter. Yeah, I get that. But I think you could get by with it, honestly, if it doesn't take long, I'm assuming raccoon or beaver, which they don't green belly quick, so you should be all right. But you could probably get by with an hour on a big racking system with a big fan. I think you'd do good. NCMO, I get it, man. I get it. Jim just joined Wisconsin. That's awesome, buddy. I encourage everybody to join other states. Uh, the money is nice that they receive, but I'll tell you what I'm learning with the Iowa is that number. When the association has a bigger number, they have more pull in a sense when it comes to political aspects. You walk up to a legislator and you start talking about something that you want changed or worked with. They're worried about votes. If you come in there and say we've got 100 people, not such a big deal. But all of a sudden you come in there with 1,500 or 2,000 or 5,000, you have a lot more sway, if you will. Eric, I never got a chance to at nationals, man. I had him with me. I talked to a couple guys, and I never got back to him. It's kind of frustrating because It's my own fault because I mean, if any of you guys have seen me at convention, I am nonstop. I'm always going somewhere. I got someone to meet, some deal to work, or kids program or something going on. It's just nonstop until about 6 o'clock. So yeah, this was my first time meeting him, James. So it was pretty cool. It was pretty cool. Oh, Jeff, you're going? That's awesome, man. Yeah, Blakely's. That's what I'd like to do too. Is get a lifetime for them. I did not, Jr. I saw him there, but I never really. Well, I take that back. We had a campfire, I think Friday night, and I got to hear a couple of his stories, but that was about it. Probably the coolest thing though is we had Bill Duke in our campsite for 2 nights in a row. That was awesome. Just having Bill Duke come out and just hang out with us, just like I was, just a normal dude, just out having a couple drinks and partying and karaoke and having a good time. That was awesome. Uh, it was pretty cool. Blakely's conventions are awesome. Hunter, I'm not sure. I've got some things in the works that I don't know if they're going to happen or not. Uh, I'm nervous about an early winter, which is going to really throw things in a wrench. I don't know that just kind of my gut feeling we're having early winter. Right, James, exactly. Yeah, Jim. So that's what's pretty cool. We actually had well, it was Bill Duke and Coon Creek outdoors. Stu came out and hung out with us. Just great people, Stu Coon Creek. If you don't know his name, Stu, just such a down to earth trapper. You can tell I've kind of been doing this, I guess, long enough. You can kind of tell the people that their intentions, and he is truly just for education. He wants to help people, and that's amazing, and that's so cool. So glad to see that. And him and Bill, they just hung out with us, and it wasn't even necessarily trapping talk. It was kind of more we talked maybe about trapping education, talked about life, fun experiences, shared memories, had a few drinks. I probably had more than I should have. It was awesome. I am outdoor family. Man, I got to meet you guys in Iowa. Uh, I know you guys were at my demo at the NTA, but I don't think I ever got a chance to really sit down and talk to you guys. So um, I need to see the Christophers. Yeah, NCML. Yeah, exactly. Jeff, that's awesome. Hey, Jason, how we doing, bud? Oh yeah, Jinx has some really good stuff too. Absolutely, Jim. Tax deductible. Absolutely, absolutely. One of these nights here coming up, and I'm not sure when it's going to be, but we are going to be doing a live with the Trapping Bros. If you guys don't have them, two young men from Missouri that love trapping, love the outdoors. We're going to be doing a live with them. I'm not sure if it's going to be on my channel or theirs. We haven't finished out the details, but yeah, it'd be fun to jump on there with them and talk trapping and have a good time. Nice, Jason. That's a good little farm you got. Oh, okay. So they haven't been registered yet, because that's something I'm watching pretty closely. Is the registration for these trapping classes? Um, we're putting a lot of effort and a lot of energy into these classes. So, oh, Jim, I'm excited. I'm very excited. Our Iowa guys, like you said, we represented well everywhere we go. The and I'm not trying to toot our horn or their horn, whatever you want to call it, but our group of Iowans. I mean, we had a picture. I'll find the picture for you. I know I saved it to my phone. Yeah. There was our Iowa crowd at nationals. There's a few people that aren't Iowa, but they fit right in with us and hung out with us all weekend. So I think we had like 25 camping spots. Uh, just everywhere we go, we got the karaoke, we got the fire, we got the entertainment in the evenings. Just such an amazing group of people. Definitely got to give a shout out to the Hutton family for a lot of that. They are such amazing people. Oh, JR, I don't know, but I bought one for my dad. I bought one as a present for my dad. No, Michael, that's perfect. Hunting and stuff. Ah, cheers, buddy. PA, what's up? Skipjack, how we doing? Good to see you, Cindy. Jim, you have 4 kids coming. Are they registered already? Oh yeah, NCMO. They're just our group. I mean, even you know, Bill and Coon Creek even said Coon Creek said in his video, which is cool, that all states should strive to be like the Iowas because we are family. Uh, if you guys haven't seen, we got the newest video to promote our convention. We posted on the Iowa Trapper Association YouTube channel. Just kind of show us what our convention's about. We have such a good time. We have mountain man races, kids activities, all the tailgating vendors that you would at any state convention, or probably a little more. I mean, there's everything. Evening karaoke, we've got it all. Oh, John, I did not know that. Oh no, man, that sucks. I think the last video I watched of him was him saying what he's got going on. So, man, that's terrible. Okay, Jim. Okay, so right now, we got a handful up there. Please, Jim, feel free to share this out and promote it in any way you can. These classes, we're really trying to get. How do I explain it? We have our trapping family, and we're trying to grow it. So a lot of these classes, we're reaching outside of our normal venue, if you will. Like we have, our convention. We have a kids class. Typically, we have a lot of the trappers that are there themselves to have fun, bring their kids. Well, those kids are already exposed to it. We're trying to venture out. We're trying to find those kids that might love hunting and fishing, but have never done trapping, never been exposed to it. And that's what we're reaching out to is real. And that was what's cool about today. It sounds like that uh, 21 people today, and there's a family of 3 that tried a little bit last year but didn't know what they were doing. So this is 21 people that they walked out of their smiles on their face. They had a good time, learned a lot, and that's all that I can ask for. Oh, Ruger, I spent a lot of time looking at some old antique traps, but a little out of my price range. Uh, Nebraska, I will be there Friday evening and all day Saturday. Jim, a lot of the fur went to the class today. So a lot of that stuff went to the class. My wife has butchered up every beaver for bears except for the one that's on the wall. So I had to send that one to class. No, an outdoor family, and I appreciate it. So we've had a lot of people offer to help with these classes, and that's great, and I appreciate it. The one thing about these classes, man, we have ironed this out over like the last 5 months. We put a lot of work and energy into it. Um, we have one person that does the beginning presentation. We've got 3 demo instructors that are top notch. We have one spare instructor in case someone's sick or can't make it. We have a guy that just does the food and makes sure everything's staying organized and everything's flowing fluently. Like we are set up. We actually had one of the ITA members show up today. His name's Doug. He showed up, goes, I showed up, see if anyone needed help, and like you guys nailed it. So as far as we got a curriculum, we got a plan, we've got instructors, we've got spare people. We are set on that aspect. What we need is to reach more people, and that's why we're actually spending some money personally to promote these classes. Some of you in Iowa might have seen ads on Facebook. We're pushing this pretty hard, so I'm hoping it carries on. Yeah, Blakely's exactly, man. There's a lot of states, not pointing names, but you got a lot to figure out and a lot to benefit from. Here in Iowa, we are starting to understand we're evolving, and that's what these states need to do. We need to start evolving. Absolutely, Iowa outdoor. Tell you what, I'm looking forward to seeing you guys at Iowa. We'll get you in some pictures. Jim, that's awesome, man. That's awesome. Good deal. Ruger, I never got a chance to even get him looked at, honestly. A little friend at Curia. There's a comment to bring them in the morning in trap tags. You have to message me. I'm kind of curious what you're saying. Did someone not follow through with something? Yeah, Jim, absolutely. My postings online, share them away. That's why we're boosting these. We're paying money to get the ads spread to other outdoor enthusiasts. Oh, PA, you should, man. You should. Hunting stuff. My season starts November 2nd. So we are like 85 days away. It's ridiculous. All right, Rigger. No problem, buddy. You take care. We'll catch you later. Tell the boys I'll reach out to them next couple days. We'll figure out a time to do it live together. Ohio's a good one too, PA. And that's I love our trapping community. I cannot push that enough. You know, I got to meet up with a lot of the Ohio guys who put on the nationals a couple years ago, and those guys are just top notch, just amazing people. You know what I mean? They're the type of people that, and that's there's a lot in the trapping community like this, but I feel like you could say, hey, if they came up to me and said, hey, I need $500 for something and it's important, that's all I need to know because I trust them and they're good people. Jim, we don't have any flyers right now. We're all on social media. Uh, I can message you tomorrow. So, uh, the DNR biologist Vince up there, kind of by your area, he might have some flyers available. He's got the um, reservations at the facility. So, reach out to me tomorrow, and I'll see if I can, yeah, put some flyers in your hands. Okay, yeah, outdoor family. Yeah, get with me, buddy. We'll chat a little bit more. It's tough. There's a lot of work that goes into this stuff. Well, I will come out here and publicly say it in CMO. The the Iowa Association, we had kind of issues with this a couple years ago, and it took me and Next Gen to come out and say on our personal YouTubes and say, hey, if you like us, support us, join the ITA. And I can't think of what the number is right now, but we had like 40 some new members from 20 states or something like that. And that's what showed our organization there's so much power and potential with the new technology of YouTube and Facebook and things like that. Um, a lot of organizations, they're, you know, the age average, is probably up there into the 50s, if not a little higher. So a lot of old school guys that their ways worked great then, and evolution is tough. I still struggle with it. My boy could tell you all these new ways of doing things that I have no idea about, and I struggle with it. But I just kind of evolved into my section, if that makes sense. Don, how we doing, buddy? Quentin's in here. Blakely's going to Pennsylvania. Critter Gator, how we doing? Straight from the woods, from Illinois. How we doing? Yeah, Jim, and that's what we got to do. We've got to put ourselves out there. As the ITA, they're and they'll say this. We kind of wanted to be left alone. Under the radar. We kind of want to be left alone. And this goes for all trapping associations across the world or the country. We're kind of dying. Our numbers are dying. And I don't want us to become something of the past. So we've got to push this. We've got to get our youth involved. We've got to promote trapping. One of the benefits of today, uh, one of the people that came through that class, several of them were kind of very questionable about what this is. Almost wonder if they're there almost for bad intentions, but once we showed them what we are and who we are and what we're doing, and this isn't Fox and the Hound from 1980. Things have evolved, systems are better, the traps are more friendly. We showed them who we are and how much we care, and I think a lot of people came out of that with a full understanding of what we are, and that's the big picture. That is what's huge, in my opinion. Sorry, went on a tangent. I know. Nice, Blakely. Yeah, you are lucky. Outdoor frame. Well, that's the thing. You have to have a balance, in my opinion. You have to have those guys that have been through hell and fought for these rights in the '80s and are war tough, in my opinion. But you need that fresh blood that's passionate and still fired up about it. You need the experience and you need the fresh blood. You have to have a balance. Yep, James, exactly, exactly. Oh, only making on Saturday. I get it, Quentin. I get it, buddy. Camp Blue Ridge, how we doing? Oh, PA, I won't be making it for. I won't be having a table. Good, Quentin. That's awesome. Yeah, Jim. Like I said, we've had a past. Uh, I just I've kind of taken on as my life purpose in a sense is promote trapping. This is something I hope that I know my days of trapping hard is limited and numbered, and I just hope I can constantly help promote and educate people because these people are just uneducated. I see it all the time. The antis, some are true antis, some are just people that have only seen one side of it. We need to get big enough that they see one side of the bad, they see what we are, and then let them pick. But right now, it's just one sided. That's all they see. The best thing I can say is look at it like this. Um, I'm scared to death of bees. Why am I scared to death of bees? My dad was allergic for one, so he was always scared of them. He saw one and he ran. That's all I ever saw. Guess what? I'm scared of bees because of that. I see a bee and I was scared to death for a long time because that's all I saw. When all these people see is negative things about trapping, negative, it's terrible, they're going to hate trapping because they don't see anything else. We need to be that something else. We need to get to that stage where we can match what they're doing. And I think we would have a tremendous success rate. We've got science, we've got, all this stuff backing us of the truth. Yeah, sorry, another tangent. I get fired up about this stuff like crazy. Yeah, NCML, exactly. Awesome, JR. That's awesome, man. And that's what you need. You need stuff like that. You need stuff like that. Right, Blakely is right. Oh yeah, Eric. And that's the thing. Like even on my road line, I might have, I don't know, throughout a year, I'll bet I have 30 people that come up just trying to chew my rear end. It happens all the time. But out of 30, I'll bet 25 of them at least end with a handshake and I appreciate you, is what they say to me. Because I show them what I'm doing. I show them the traps I'm using. I'm showing them I'm not going to catch their dog. I'm showing how humane all my methods are. But somehow, somewhere along the line, they got this impression that trappers are terrible. They're bad. And it's our job to disprove that, prove the truth to them. So uh, it's just, 25 a year is nothing compared to the scale we need to be at, not just as me or an Iowa association, but nationally is what we need to be at. Oh, absolutely, Blakely's absolutely, man. All right, Jim, no problem, buddy. You take care, and we'll see you here in about 4 weeks. Midwestern, how we doing, bud? Jeff, I'm scared to death to know how much money you spend at nationals. Yeah, Jr. Exactly. I will never be someone to force an idea on somebody, but I want to prove the truth. You know what I mean? I want to show them what I'm doing. Exactly, in CMO, and I do that a lot. Yeah, Quentin, how old is she? Oh, bearded, you've seen it firsthand, man. I get fired up about this stuff. I get so fired up. Todd, I appreciate that, man. I appreciate it. So, Quentin, you have what I call the trying to balance your plans and your goals and your push with family. And that is tough. That is very tough. There's a lot of sacrifice that has to be made there. I'm not sure exactly what your work schedule is if you're taking time off work. Uh, but at 7, she's going into what, second grade, give or take. Uh, it's tough, man. It is very difficult. You know, I took my boy when he was 9 and 10 before school for a little bit. I'd take him to school. We check like 10, 10 to 30 traps, something like that. Get him to school, and then I just run my rear end off as hard as I could. And it's a balance. Jeff, too scared to add it up. I don't blame you. Yeah, Eric, and that's the truth. I see it all the time. Trapping is so cruel. How would you like to be caught in a trap that will cut your leg off? But that's all they know. And that's the problem is and that's part of our problem too, because you'll get that response. And then you'll get somebody on our side that fires off angrily, go hug your tree, this and that, and freaks out. No, stop. Nobody wins in an argument. Sit down, explain what we're doing, be civil, be respectful. I, I hate to say this, but I will say it. Most of those people that think we're so terrible is not their fault. It's just what they've been raised to think. Most of these people are. Some people you're never going to change their mind, but some people that's all they've seen and they think we're the worst. So that's our job to show them what we really are. And by sitting there arguing with them, being a keyboard warrior is not going to do anything. Yeah, I get it, Quentin. I get it, man. Yeah, you're in a tough spot. Yeah, JR, that's tough, man. That's a bad place to be in. I feel for you. Northern Trapper, thank you for that. Is people like you is why this channel even started. So I appreciate that. You will, knock on wood, you will see me going after coyotes and bobcats late season in the snow this year. I'm lining up ground probably that mid January, early January. We're gonna go for a week or two and hit that pretty hard. Yeah, exactly, bearded. But that's the thing. Most people won't understand that. Hey, Samuel. Sorry I didn't get a chance to talk to you a whole lot, man. I saw you, I think, twice in passing as I was on a mission. So, sounds like you'll be at the ITA though. Left-handed. How we doing, buddy? Right, Quentin. Absolutely, man. Like I said, you have any questions, reach out to me. Uh, with filming and stuff, there's a few things that were tough learning curves that I had to kind of figure out on my own. But if I can help you out with that anyway, please let me know. And CMO, honestly, I'm probably not even gonna try it this year. I might. There's a slight chance if something happens perfect, I might. But I'm kind of in that situation. Same thing. I've got a full time job and a family that needs me, so it's tough, man. It is a tough balance. Very tough. Midwestern. Oh yeah, we're gonna be throwing a few snares out. I've got some really good ground lined up. Hopefully, Northern Trapper. Yeah. Oh yeah. And my wife knows about it 5 hours before I come home. James, start your season in 2 weeks. That's crazy. Chad, how we doing? Yeah, absolutely, buddy. I was happy to sign it. Uh, that's cool, man. I appreciate it. It's kind of cool that I never thought I'd be in that place in my life that I'd have people come up to me and recognize me and just tell me thanks. It's a very humbling thing in a way. I've loved trapping my pretty much from mid-teens and up, and knowing that I'm able to help people and help them grow their line is awesome. Oh, cool, Quentin. Hey, Ace, how we doing, buddy? Straight from the woods. That's awesome, man. That is awesome. That's what it's all about. Take your boy out there. You're gonna make some memories. You're gonna have a good time, and you're gonna have fun. Northern Trapper. So actually, I've told this story before, kind of lengthy in a way, but uh, I grew up with bird dogs. My dad raised and trained bird dogs. At one point, we had like 36 from like 12 or 13 states. Like, he was big into it. We raised and trained bird dogs. We did a bunch of guiding service all across the state, from wild birds to pen raised birds. And we went to a spot, we released, it was like 500 birds in 2 days for this group that came up from Texas. And the local people there that had the ground hired young kids. I call them young kids, but they're older than I was at the time. They were like 17, 18, and I was like 12. Uh, they hired them to help carry birds and just kind of bring water to these people. They pampered them pretty well. And one day, one of the kids showed up and he had three raccoons in the back of his truck, in a mid '80s Chevy. I'll never forget that truck. And I was fascinated by it. Next that summer, I went out and bought three foothold traps, and it's just grown ever since, man. It's grown. NCMO, that is the biggest problem. A lot of that. Uh, you're only as strong as your 3 points, your ground, your equipment, and your drive. And I've stressed that a lot. That it, and it's not a blame. I never, blame anybody for running out of one, but you're only as strong as the weakest of the three. You could have $1 million worth of equipment, but if you don't want to push yourself, it's not going to get down. Or you could have the biggest drive in the world, but if you don't do your homework and find the ground and the locations, you're not going to be successful. Eric, yeah, pretty much, man. Every time you message me, I'm always like, I'm getting ready to start a huge project. It's a 30 square roof, 28 square siding, 16 windows, and I'm doing that all on the side of my real job. So it's gonna be even harder to get with me. Right, Quentin, absolutely. Oh, nice, James. That's cool. Yeah, Matthew, and that's that kind of became my slogan in a sense. Well, that's what my t-shirts are. Find your drive because that's what separates, in my opinion, the average from the good. Uh, I can't tell you how many times I've drove past traps. Especially, I still do it, but I'm a lot better at it now. You've been trapping for 5 days. You're exhausted. You're beat. You've already lost 10 pounds. You look in that ditch and there's that dog proof 15 feet down there set off, and you say, "I'll get it tomorrow." I think I brought that up actually at my demo. You know, at the NTA. We've all been there. We've all said it. No, you push yourself. You go set that trap because tomorrow that could have a raccoon. You do that 10 times a day. That's 5 or 6 raccoons. Over a week, there's 35. Over a month, there's 100. If you want a 1,000 coon season, you're at 900. It's because you didn't push yourself. Uh, there's not much left of them. My wife's making bears, so these are kind of all scraps, bud. We've got so much fur in this room right now; it's ridiculous. Nice left-handed. That'd be awesome. Oh, that's awesome, bearded. That's so cool. Ace. After my boy's surgery, the wife's pretty much put that on hold. I think she's realized that that is either down the road or not going to happen. So, isn't that funny, Eric? How they always have plans for us. Blakely's, yeah, I get it. I get it. Quitting, and that's another mentality. It's tough, but you have to process it. If you want a long line and you have stuff stolen, I always say this: go and make sure it's gone. The amount of times I've searched and kicked through the grass, maybe you caught something and it buried itself in the grass. Possums are terrible with this. If you got long grass, they'll make a like a mound of grass and they'll scurry underneath it. So it almost looks flat, but you have a possum in there. I make sure the trap is gone. It's not something that pulled out and the trap is hidden. Make sure it's completely gone. But once it's gone, move on. Because if you're mentally thinking about that, your day's ruined. You're not trapping anymore. You're not getting quality sets out. You're not thinking straight. There's so much to the long lining game. Next gen would know even better than I would about it for sure. Nice left-handed. That's awesome. Off the hook. How we doing, Teddy? Ace, he's doing pretty good. He's pretty much back to normal. Friday, we find out for sure if everything's good. So yeah, Matthew, I get it, and that's a big situation to have. Nice, Northern Trapper. You're set up good, man. Yeah, Blakely's we do. Yeah, quitting, and that's the thing. It's taken me years to grow my arsenal. This year we should be pushing. I don't even know. I got to start taking inventory, but I should be pushing 800, 850 dog proofs. And my season starts basically now. We're getting the shop ready here soon. We're going to start scouting. We're going to start mapping, get all the traps in the ground, pre-staked, which is legal here in Iowa. If you wait till opening day to start your season and expect numbers, you've already lost. I will literally work harder, try and get all my traps in the ground 2 weeks before season than I do checking and setting traps. We can pre-stake 2 weeks in advance. I cannot tell you how hard and how fast I am pushing. You will literally see me running because it takes me, I'm not taking time off work for this. So I have basically 6 days, well, 4 days, depends on what the wife has planned for me, 4 to 6 days to get 1,000 traps in the ground. So I've got to know where these traps are going. I've got to have it marked out to a T. I found the trails. I've GPSed them. I'm ready to roll. And that's a big thing. Yeah, outdoor family. You'll have a lot of people like that, man. That's tough. That's tough. Yeah, I heard that, Teddy. They actually said that here a little bit ago. Uh, that's terrible to hear, man. That's just terrible. Um, you know, that's another one of our YouTube family that passed away. Uh, Makes me think of Dredger 9 Mil from probably been over a year ago now. He's been gone, but it will Midwestern. It for sure will. Yeah, Quentin. If you want numbers, absolutely, man. You're gonna wanna up that arsenal a little bit. Yeah, so do we, Blakely's. Ours is running. Yep, Eric, exactly. Hey, Als. Thanks for stopping in, buddy. Um, yeah, I heard about Jakey. That's terrible. It's really sad news. Matthew, yeah, absolutely. I'll be at the Iowa. I'm actually running the kids event on Saturday, so you'll see me running around. Chance it'll be a cutoff, probably orange. Uh, it's kind of what I do. So I cannot stress the importance of getting these kids out there. Actually, talking to the one of the biologists on DNR right now. Otter cat, how we doing, boss? Northern Trapper. I can't keep up with that kid. My slogan is find your drive, but it really should be his. That kid has more desire and passion with trapping than anybody I've ever met. I'm very fortunate to call him a good friend of mine, you know. But the same token, we're in different places in our life. He's 21 in the best shape of his life. I'm creeping up on 40. I'm hurting a little bit. Plus, I've got the full time job and family to take care of. So, uh, and that's not taking anything away from him. Don't ever think that because the kid has more drive and passion than I've ever seen in anybody. Uh, we we might have some plans in the future together, and that's all I'm going to say about it. Chris, how we doing, bud? Hunting stuff. It's good for now. Uh, we'll see what happens. But yeah, Northern Trapper, the kid's on fire. I mean, the kid, he's definitely knowledgeable beyond his years for sure. I still remember when I met him at convention up in Spencer a few years ago. At that point, he was just a young kid that just only caught a few hundred coon, and he took on to YouTube and embraced it and learned so much. And look at him now. He's caught. I'll bet last year he caught more coon in Iowa than anybody else did. Oh, there you go, CMO. Absolutely. Yeah, next gen. He knows his stuff. I mean, that kid's on fire. You can't say anything bad about him. I mean, just a very good, down to earth kid. I look forward to. I don't know if he'll do it or not, but I secretly wonder if he's going to break the record that I know of for most coon in a season here in Iowa. Northern Trappers, so they are moderators. Um, so basically, what that is from time to time we'll get people in here that, let's just say, aren't friendly. Not like what we're doing, and they'll say a lot of bad comments or inappropriate things. And those moderators have control to delete the comments and to block the people from commenting. Yeah, PA. He didn't outside of YouTube. He didn't really have anybody teach. I think he had an uncle that helped a little bit when he first got kind of gave him the first handful of traps. But yeah, he's come a long ways. Yeah, Eric, I get it. I get it. Get the magic power, right? But yeah, no, I'm fortunate enough to call him a friend, and I mean, we talk daily. Uh, always about. Matter of fact, I was just talking to him before I started this live, bouncing ideas and plans and strategies. I'm pretty fortunate enough to have people in my life that are really good at stuff to throw ideas at and get their opinion and see what they're thinking. So yeah, oh yeah, bearded. We've had a few lives that if I do them on my phone and I don't do them the right direction, boy, it gets ugly quick. So, which I've learned and I've evolved because that's what we have to do. So, but no, I'm getting pumped for this season. The days are getting shorter. Tomorrow's still 90s, but after that, we're in like the mid 70s for like 10 days. And that's going to be amazing getting shop work done, get me fired up. Todd, I will not. I would love to. I love the Ohio Association. Um, Bunch of great people there. Unfortunately, I will not be. I just ran out of vacation time. Uh, Nebraska, Iowa, and National pretty much took up all my time. I wish I had more, but unfortunately, most of it gets used up. I get our vacation in October 1st, so trapping takes up a good portion of what I got. Oh no, no problem, Northern Trapper. In time, maybe. In time. Straight from the woods. Maybe not right on here, but I do know a couple people that are planning on going to it. Nice, James. Nice. Gonna have them all set at once, right? Yep. I better let the dog out quick. I heard her toenails. Dixie. Dixie. Our office has kind of become my wife's like catch-all for polyfill for bears and tan furs. It's ridiculous right now. Ooh, Midwestern, that's tough. Are we having on in Iowa? What do you mean left-handed? I get it, Northern. Yeah, Quentin, you're not wrong, man. It happened so fast. Uh, I always used to start counting down 100 days till season, and man, it just 100 days goes by so fast. Yeah, bearded. That'd be fun, wouldn't it? Ah, there you go, James. Exactly. Chad, it's depends what you call the Midwest, I guess. I've seen it in Illinois, or not Illinois, Missouri. Seen it in Minnesota, South Dakota, Iowa. I don't know if I've ever seen it in like Oklahoma or Kansas or Nebraska. But it kind of bounces around. So yeah, Ace, she actually just sold three more today. Which she's hoping to have 30 for the Iowa convention because she has a booth this year. She's hoping to have 30 there for sale, but she makes three and sells two. It's getting kind of hard for her to keep up, which is good, but we'll see. Blakely's, it started off all mine until she wiped me out completely. So we've bought some of this batch is some of hers, and now I get my next shipment back from Sleepy Creek. It's done. I just got to go pick it up sometime next week, and then we'll be using all mine again. No kidding, Jeff. Awesome. I'm so glad you like it. I almost asked you, and I probably should have, just if we could have kept that bear up at Funky's for nationals, just to kind of show and promote her a little bit. But I know you already have issues with people fondling your bear, so probably should have. Probably wasn't a good idea. Chad next year is in Virginia. I can't think of what town it is, but it's in Virginia. The year after that, there's either Minnesota or Indiana. I haven't figured out what they're doing yet. Yeah, Bearded got it in Virginia. Yeah, in CMO, it's tough, man. What's this hot? It's tough to think about trapping. I hope you catch one, Northern Trapper. I hope you get it. I heard Indiana, but I also heard Minnesota, Midwestern, and that was coming from the at convention. I think it was Thursday or Friday night. They weren't sure. They had both bids, and they weren't sure where they're going. Harrisonburg. Thank you, Bearded. That's where it's at in 25. The FTA event is Spencer, Iowa next year. So, and that is the week after the NTA. So that'll be interesting. No, Blakely, she hasn't. I don't have the money for links. Yeah, yeah, it's rough. Oh yeah, yeah. Bearded Jeff kept spending money after you bailed. Yeah, I don't blame you, Midwestern. I don't blame you. It is for sure in Indiana. Yeah, Ace, we're gonna get down to like upper 70s to low 80s, like as long as I could tell. So that's awesome. Absolutely, Northern. Absolutely. You keep doing your thing, man. You blink and leaves are gonna start changing. My trails are already popping. Some of my major locations, there's trails through the growing grass, and we've got rain this year, which says how well they are, established trails. Definitely lights a fire under a guy's ass to get out there. But when it comes to scouting, I want to do that as late as I can and still get it done before I start pre-staking. Because you do it too early, and you're going to miss so much opportunity. It does, Eric. I agree with that 100%. Every year goes by faster and faster as you get older. Seems like just yesterday I graduated high school, and that was half my life ago. So things change quickly. Awesome, Quentin. Awesome. Yeah, you're probably pretty warm down there, bearded. What's everybody else's goals this year? What's everybody's plan? We're creeping into that time now. Kind of curious what everybody else has going on. Just hope you have more time to trap this year. I get that, buddy. I 100% understand that. Ooh, Chad bought a bunch. Was it at NTA? I came home with more traps than I needed. For the record, though, 50 dozen of them are for these classes that we're hosting. But coming home with like 60 dozen traps in the back of the truck, she was squatting pretty hard. She felt it. Quentin wants 20 muskrats, 5 mink, 40 coon, 10 coyotes. Wow, I like it, Quentin. I like the 10 coyotes. Uh, in my opinion, the 10 coyotes will probably be the toughest out of that, just from what I know of you. Um, or your situation, I should say, not of you. But yeah, I hope you get it, man. That's awesome. Oh, left-handed. That's awesome. I love it. Yeah, Blake Lee's landowners will definitely influence it. Northern wants a fox or coyote. I hope you get it, buddy. Eric, my fur hangers came from Funkies. Yeah, PA. I like it. Wow, James, I love that. That is an ambitious goal, and I love that. That's great. Arkansas, what's up, bud? Oh, yep. I still got to ship that to you. Yeah, that check will go out tomorrow. It's in my truck. Nice, bearded. Mason City is the 18th, so 2 weeks from today. Yeah, exactly. Outdoor family, and that's the thing, that's the tough part. Ah, nice, Chad. You want a bobcat tag? I hope you get it, buddy. Midwestern wants a bobcat tag. Man, a lot of states have just tags that you have to draw for. There you go. You should, Quentin. Get with them. You never know. Oh yeah, Blakely's. I want boards, 100%. How many fur hangers do I have? Probably 150. Jeff. Yeah, I hope everything works out for you, man. Good to see you at a convention, though. It's. I know you've got some physical issues there, but you don't let it get to you, and you're gonna keep pushing. And I love it. Not in my area, Ace. There's nothing around here. Ooh, PA. Wow. Bobcat and Fisher permit. That'd be cool. Nice PA. Eric can only get three. Yeah, Arkansas. Your winter trapping weather though is probably like what we're gonna get next week of the mid 70s. So, oh yeah, Quentin. Yeah, the Iowa Fur Auction would be a good place. We have that this year. Got pushed back a week, so it's no longer the weekend after New Year's. It's the weekend after that. So I will not be Arkansas. I wish I was, but that'd be cool. Left-handed, I won't say a perfect month, but cats generally don't prime up. You know, if you start at Christmas time, you'd be pretty good. Christmas through February, you're pretty good, in my opinion. That's just my opinion. Uh, but yeah, early they're flatter for sure. They're kind of like beaver. They're a lot later in badgers. Oh yeah, Northern Trapper. I go to a lot of the national events, then some Midwestern events around here. We just got back from national here not too long ago. Yeah, AutoCAT, and that's kind of what I expected. I think anytime after Christmas here is pretty good. Oh wow, so it does get that cold there. Okay, that's good to know. Oh, I'd love to meet you, Northern, for sure. James, December 14th. Yeah, yeah, and that's kind of yeah. It's just they're not as good as like our coon on opening day are okay, but our cats are pretty rough. Oh wow, PA. I didn't know that Arkansas doesn't let out of staters trap there. Chris, I will not be in Bloomfield. I did it last year. This year, I will not because I'm going to be pre-staking. I will be hitting the ground running on opening day. I've got some plans potentially lined up, some things up my sleeve to kind of change up what I do, uh, at least to make it worth filming because I'm sure people are tired of seeing just raccoons and traps every day in the road ditches with the same exact set every day. So I got some potential changes this year, so we'll see what happens. But for me to do that, I'm gonna have to a lot more preseason work. Oh, PA? Okay. Okay. Yeah, I see what you're saying. Yeah, Minnesota does not allow non-residents. I do know that. Oh, okay, Blakely's. That's cool. That's cool. Yep, Midwestern. I got it now, bud. I got it. Yep. Sorry, bearded. My bad. I apologize. I was off. Yeah, they have to because we got some of our top trappers here in Iowa that go to Arkansas to do nuisance work. I'm not even sure what Iowa non-residents price tag is. It can be up there though. Man, I got some sun at the NTA. Like, man, she is. Ugh, we're tanning out well. That's good. Right before I start a major roofing job. Yeah, it's honestly not as terrible as you think. Arkansas, is that what I'm thinking it is? What I'm purchasing from you? I'm curious on that, man, because that's going to be a huge asset to us in September, I believe. Hunting stuff, yeah, I think he does. And that was for a non-resident Iowa trapper. Oh yeah, because yeah, you came up here, duh. Yeah, I looked it up for you. I'm sure. About the same price as a fur buyer. Arkansas, you have come up with something that I think is going to be phenomenal for beginners, and I cannot wait to get my hands on it. I've just been so caught up in stuff. I got the check wrote out and went to go to the post office and have not done it yet. But I got tomorrow off, so I'm gonna be doing that first thing tomorrow. Whenever I get up, tomorrow's my Friday, so or today's my Friday. So we might actually get some real sleep tomorrow for the first time. Yeah, Blakely's. I don't blame you. Yeah, for sure, Eric, for sure. Good, good, Quentin. Yeah, take that advice. Yeah, Arkansas, and that's kind of my problem. Like, all right, I'm gonna go, but you know, right now I'm working 7 to 5. You know, hit up the post office. Another, it's not terrible. It's 5 miles out of the way. It's just I want to come home and eat dinner. Then my wife's coming working on this laminate flooring in the living room. We did that last few days until like 11, and I'm burnt out. Northern, it's tough, man. It's not just one check. I sell lots and parts and pieces, and there's a lot of little stuff to accumulate. NCMO, I am impressed that they're pushing this. Granted, it's for their own gain, but you know what? That's fine. They're pushing wild fur, and I'm happy to see that because that's what we need. We need to put wild fur back in the U.S. again. That's bottom line. Uh, which goes back to trapping education, showing people what we really do. That fur is not bad. That it's a renewable resource. There's a lot of things goes into this. Oh yeah, Midwestern for sure. So we had at our banquet every it's like March something in March we have our ITA/FBU banquet here in Iowa, and they issue a governor's tag. We have a governor's tag, which means it's good for any non-resident any season for the following year, and that sells for like $30,000. It's just amazing. Quentin, he's pushing a coyote parka, kind of like a coat, and it's got fur lining with coyote. It's pretty sharp looking, really. It really is. So, what do you mean unless you live next to next gen? Okay, is it? I didn't know what the price tag was on it, James, but yeah, no. Props to them for trying to push for that's what we need. We need stuff like that. So it's tough, guys. Like I said, that's kind of my mission in life now. I kind of feel like it's my calling, if there is, to promote trapping. We're starting here in Iowa, but I would love to do this nationally, just to push and promote trapping and show people what we really are. Show them what the renewable resource. Yeah. Okay, Eric, I see what you're saying. Yeah. Hey, don't tread on me. No problem, Midwestern. You take care, buddy. Straight from the woods. I get it. Have a good night, bud. Oh no, Northern Trapper. There's tough days out there. As a trapper, we don't have a choice to go out and check traps. Uh, the amount of times I've been out there in downpour rains, those are rough days because you're soaked. You're getting your truck soaked. Everything is muddy. It's wet. It's terrible, but you still got to do it. So there's good with the bad. Or those days early, when it's still 70 degrees outside. If you get a freak warm front, it's terrible. Yeah, don't shout at me. I don't remember that conversation, but my wife got that catnip, and our cats love it. So, Iodor family, it is shut down. It got shut down probably 3 months ago. It will not happen this year. I don't really foresee it happening in the future, to be honest with you. I could be wrong, but man, Iodor family, I remember you asking a question at the NTA, but I don't remember seeing you after that, and that bothers me. Quentin, yeah, I have mixed emotions about it. I really do. Um, at first, I was 100% all for it, and then I probably ended with about a 50-50. So take that for what it's worth. That's just my opinion. But what we really need to focus on is just getting more people out there. That's going to solve all the problems. I have not, Ace. I don't follow that stuff a whole lot because I haven't used trail cams in years. But I heard there's a lot of gray area, if you will. Yeah, left-handed, and that's very true. That's very true. And that's the thing. So with that bounty, if it would have passed, for those that don't know, it was a $5 bounty on raccoon tails is what they proposed. If that would have passed, you're gonna have more people, they're gonna shoot raccoons and cut the tail off. I was okay with that aspect of cutting the tails off. You take $5, whatever. But it would hit me twice as much because I have a very good school market this year. Very good. where I'm planning on using all chest dispatch methods. And so it would hit me double. It's not just a $5 swing, it's a $9 swing. That's big, you know. That it was $5 on top of where I'm at, but now if that were to happen, it would take $4 from where I'm at. Because I'm comfortable with what I make. I am comfortable with that. The $5 extra would have been awesome, but the $4 down, I'm not okay with that. So just my opinion. All right, outdoor family, you take care, buddy, and we will see you in 4 weeks. Hey, Trappin' Bros, we're talking about you a little bit earlier. Um, I think they will. Don't tread on me. I'm not gonna say it'd be my go-to. I still think cat food would do you better. You know, in my opinion, I think cat food still do you better. Trapping Bros, we need to set up a time next week. Message me. That's what we're talking about because I jumped on here kind of last minute and I said we're gonna do a live together, whether it's my channel or yours, doesn't matter. But we'll get together and do something. So probably do it on yours, and I'll do something beforehand to let everybody know what we're doing. All right, Blakely. Hey, it was good meeting you and your wife. Um, finally, after years of knowing you, so uh, it was fun. Ottercat, you're still here, man. You're quiet and you're behaved tonight. I hope everything's okay because that's not like you. Yeah, for sure it does on the stuff. Yeah, it was great to meet you, Jamie. Um, yeah, we'll catch you next time and see you at Iowa because our Iowa guys are still having the nightly events just like we did at MTA. You'll see me there with this jar in my hand and probably doing karaoke at some point. Northern Trapper, ever caught a fox and DP trap? I've got 7 as of right now. 7 red fox. Hmm. Sorry, I'm just looking at Jakey Crack Outdoors right now. That's tough to hear he passed. Uh, that sucks. That sucks. Yeah, yeah. Otter Cat, hopefully everything's all right, buddy. I have not. Don't tread on me. I have not. I'm not a huge Apple guy. I think my wife might have, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure. Northern just happens. So yeah, PA. It's too bad. You know, they say only the good die young, and well, hell, I'm gonna live forever. So just too bad. Like I said, makes me think. Go back to kind of Dredger 9. Um, it's tough seeing he'd passed away. Uh, he was on my lives almost every time. Great guy, great man, and when I found out he passed away tragically, that was tough to swallow. I never met the man in person ever, but a lot of you guys are family to me. I'm fortunate enough now. I've probably met almost half the people in this chat, but there's a lot of people I don't know. So it's just terrible. It's just tough. Yeah, Eric, I believe it. We had a kid pass away at work from a heart attack. He was 32 years old, 34 years old. He's younger than me. Died of a heart attack at work. Just terrible. Yeah, I'm glad you went to that class. I'm glad you went to that class down there last year. Definitely a pleasure. I should count how many days we are from season right now. No, we're still 90 days. No, that can't be right. Oh yeah, I came home last week on this day. So yeah, we are 90 days from season, which means we are 76 from pre-staking, which means I have a lot of work to do. Ace, what time's your family reunion start? Gavin, how we doing? I get it. Don't tread on me. Ah, Northern, you're ready to go, buddy. I have not seen that PA. Yeah, NCMO. That's all we can ask for, man. That's literally all we can ask for. Hmm. No, I had not seen that one. That's news to me. Left-handed. There you go. There you go. Yeah, I got a lot of work to do yet. Clean up the shop's the number one priority. So once it starts getting cooler next week, planning on that. But yeah, a lot of work to do yet, especially this year. This year, if my plans work out, it's going to be the hardest year to get prepared for that I've ever had. So, matter of fact, I spent 40 minutes on the phone with a guy talking about this year's plans. So, Northern Trapper. So, I can't say I'd suggest spray painting for predator trapping, uh, but I don't know. There's a lot of dyes and stuff out there. Uh, a lot of people use spray paint for predators, but I've never done it per se. Uh, Not something I'd recommend personally, but and see, I like mine brown, just because a lot of mine are, I want them hidden, but I don't want them black because they stand out a little bit more. Yeah, and Bearded's probably right. Spray paint them if you give them time, you're fine. Eric, I fully want to go um, water boy right there and show a little bit of butt cheek, but I'm not going to. Are you talking for predator trapping, northern, or what are you talking about? Oh yeah, don't try to me. Yeah, the the Dukes powder coat all of their dog proofs anymore. Bearded, that's a very good point. Very good point. Yeah, NCMO makes a very good point right there. Man, it's not even 11 yet. I am shot. I'm sweating in here. It's so hot in here. That's ridiculous. I get it, hot and stuff. I get it. Jack, how we doing? I think we're just about ready to bail out of here. I'm ready for bed. Been a long day. Uh, but yeah, that's interesting, Bearded. I did not know that. I did not know that. Arkansas, you take care, buddy. Been busy? All right. Yeah, I get it, Jack. I get it. Eric, we'll see you in a few weeks. Yeah, it's crazy. The Iowa convention's coming up. I think 4 weeks from this last weekend. And then, yeah, season starts 8 weeks after that. So, yeah, we're 12 weeks out, 13 weeks out. All right, Quentin, you take care, buddy. Hot stuff. Pops is doing all right. He's working down where he's at. It's Knoxville Nationals right now. So, they're getting hammered. Northern, no, we do lives. I don't know. I probably average one every 2 weeks. Right now, it's been kind of slow. Got a lot of stuff going on with work and side jobs and family, classes. We got a lot going on. So, but anyway, guys, we're gonna bail out of here. I really appreciate everybody jumping in. I love the chat. I love making those connections with people, seeing the chat make connections, and we got to do better promoting. We got to grow trapping, and that's our goal. So, anyway, I appreciate everybody. Yeah, we'll see you on the next live. It's crazy how fast things come up. Days go by so quick, but we will catch y'all later. And as always, appreciate support. Have a good night, guys.